Hello everyone, good evening and a warm welcome on behalf of Initiative of Change. I'm Amina.
I've personally been inspired, empowered and encouraged by the level of wisdom, knowledge and depth of reflection that we had in that room from the youngest, who is an 11-year-old young Somali boy who not come over here because I feel so proud. As a Somali sister, I felt completely proud to have heard you not only speak Somali so fluently, but to speak English as well so very well. The language is so important, especially because it represents who we are, where we come from. In order to know where you're going, you need to know where you come from. And all the work that we do, and especially in regards to this particular resource, is around, instilling and planting those seeds to the younger generation so that they're able to carry that forward. So I have been particularly inspired by your level of exchange and ideas at such a young age.
Thank you for spending especially an afternoon, Friday afternoon. Evening, that's right. Before starting, I would really like to mention some people that were part of the project and who, for circumstances of life, are not with us.
Yeah, I would say absolutely that the opportunity of networking and the opportunity to exchange especially ideas and where are we struggling as community activists in the field of education of migrants and refugees. And I think also it is important to have these kind of gatherings in order to be able to reflect together and to gain more energy, in this case, and recharge batteries, I would say, in order to continue. Now, it is absolutely important not to work isolated. We really need to not only work together, but we need to think together. And thinking and working together, absolutely the outcomes or the result will be not only of quality, but it will also have a better outreach impact in the community.
Yeah, what kind of message will you send it to the people who are participating here or others who used to live?
That we need to, in a way or another, find ways of synergy. What they are doing already, what we are doing, and how we can complement each other. That's, I think, will be absolutely a big step. Because it is like guaranteeing that not only what we are doing, but the discourse and the narrative that we will be able to extend and to make it, to make it fruitful. That's right, So I can really connect this project not only in terms of the UK. It is, we are dealing with peers from Sweden, Spain, Turkey, and they've got such experience on the field. I think that we aim. And I think we have the more responsibility to work together towards finding not only solutions, but finding, first of all, commonalities in which the work has to be done, how the work should be done, and how our thinking should be transforming in a more positive and, as you said, fruitful way towards a good, let's see, transformation of communities as such. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
I am coming from a community college in the suburbs of Stockholm, where in the area it lives approximately 60,000 people, and more than 90% of them are migrants or refugees or had roots in other countries anyway.
Hello, my name is Åke Larsson. I'm coming from Sweden, where I work at a community college in one of the suburbs of Stockholm. It is an area with approximately 60,000 inhabitants, whereas 90% or more than 90% are migrants or refugees or have origins in other countries than Sweden. A lot of them are from East Africa. So I've been working with this project, Migrants and Refugees as Rebuilders, for 3 years now. And I think the rule for me, or my viewpoint, that is maybe a little bit different than the other partners, is that we have our angle from the classroom situation. The college has approximately 400 students, and there is, I would say, 99% or even more that are migrant refugees or children to migrants or refugees. So the experience we have over many years with teaching migrants or training migrants and working along with migrants and refugees at Chista College is our input to the project, where we have been responsible for a certain part, and that is to create tools, of course along with the other partners from Turkey, Spain and UK, for teachers and trainers through self-assessment that nobody else but yourself control on how your capacity and how you feel your competences are compared to the needs that the students has been helping us to identify through the projects. All investigations, all questions, all conversations, all service has been made with migrants and refugees. So all the answers that has helped us to make the conclusion, to make the curriculum and the competence framework and the social micro indicators has been coming from the people that are affected. I think that is one of the very important things about this project.
Should I start?
Yeah.
Okay. So my name is Iman and I belong to Cohesion Association based in Spain. Within this project, it's a 3 years project that we worked and collaborated with different countries to deliver resources, educational resources for professionals who work with migrants and refugees population. This project has two added values, which are creating material that is based on the needs, on the real needs of migrant people. And the other one, the other added value of this project is that almost all people who worked directly in this project as professionals and as migrants are migrants itself. So we as coordinators, we all have this personal experience of being a migrant or a refugee. So I think that we need this kind of initiatives, and we need this kind of investigations based on the real needs of migrant people. I think that we delivered during these 3 years very valuable material that we hopefully can share with other associations and other professionals to implement and to improve their intervention with migrants and refugees.
As the project partner, we are either migrants or refugees. Okay. I tell you, I'm even more, I'm a nomad.
I'm Emel Topçu, professor from Turkey. I'm teaching at Hasan Kalyoncu University. It is in Gaziantep on the border of Syria. We have 500,000 Syrian in one city where I teach. In one city, 2 million inhabitants and 500,000 are Syrian. We are trying to copy it, we are trying to integrate them, we are trying to live together. Being a migrant and refugee is not so easy task. When you move to another country, you have to start from the zero because your diplomas are not accepted, your abilities are not accepted, you cannot deal with the languages, you cannot deal with the cultures, you start from the zero. And even if you try to learn the languages in the beginning, you speak just like baby. And the people treat you like baby. I was migrant in Germany and I couldn't speak German in the beginning. And when I started to speak German, they have treated me just like a child. Even though I had a PhD. I was allowed to teach at the university and people have treated me just like a child. And having been experienced all these things, I have a more feeling being a refugee and migrants, and I turned back to my country. Now I work for the goods of the refugees, Syrian people. I'm at the university, as I have told you before. What can I do? I can conduct research about their real situation, about their real need, about their real ability, and I conduct some other projects to make a social cohesion between the Turkish and Syrian community. We have to work on this issue a lot without having any interrupt, without having any delay. This is very urgent, and future actually belongs to migration. Migration brings the movement, and movement open the mind, and actually we need more people from the different culture. By that way we can learn from each other, and we can have a better world.
I have nieces and nephews in my house, so like when they get really bored, I use hand cream. Hand cream to their hand, to their feet, and what I realized it, they got so relaxed, happy, and they want to hug me. And then I decided to collect too many hand cream, almost like 500 hand cream.
And Turkey, up until now, has had a remarkable, has shown a remarkable capacity to absorb these refugees. Yeah. But I understand that may not be lasting. But we'll hear more about that. But Emel, her role, apart from contributing to all the other elements, has been to produce videos and to produce a digital version of the SMIs and the competencies. Well, we've had a great celebration of these Erasmus educational resources to help educators to feel more deeply for the people, migrants and refugees that they work with, to understand that they have experience and skills that are as valuable as those of the educators, and that education means drawing out of, ex ducere, to draw out of people. So that is the task of the educator.
And I think working in this field for the last 11 years, I've learned to be very proud of not only my background, but of the journey that I've gone along. And as the head of the program as well, of head of program for sustainable communities, which is one of the 3 programs of Initiative of Change, dealing with some of the most pressing issues in the communities, and being able not only to represent my own community as a Somali, but also all communities, to replicate some of the practical tools, examples and models that we have to offer for peace and reconciliation. I think it's something that's worth to be proud of, wouldn't you say so? And we know that education is the passport for the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. And this evening was very much about preparing for what is to happen tomorrow.
You was put here by your mother's good pen, because the water was safer than the land. When the water is safer than the land, your son and daughter, why, they wash up on the sand. Why they wash up on the sand, some folks will say, is 'cause they never should have tried to come this way. Oh, do you really think such journeys have happened? Unless the water has turned safer than the land. I have wandered all these journeys in my dreams, over mountains drenched with birth and death I'd toil, but I'd never have the nerve to claim to know of what it means when the salty waves turn safer than the soil. But from those whom Father's sky has cried upon, when Mother Earth gave birth to journeys so frail, I can can feel the light shine pure on the moon of grace and beauty that I know will never fail. In my darkness now they guide me so right. Though my heart breaks and my legs can barely stand, all those who got here, or they didn't, or they might, who sailed when water became safer than the land, when the water became safer than the land. Your destiny and mine could not be planned. You got put here